Hello and
Alright.
welcome Wait, we never discussed this, did we?
No, we did not.
Well, that's one way to open things up, but we are getting to the knife round of another match here on CSC. We're on to the match day number 2. Here we bring you Elite, this time with Walling Wizards up against the Ribeye Rivers, which is, of course, representing the franchises of Hacker Haven and What Do You Beef?
For our stream tonight, we have Aiden on the sticks observing for us and covering up all of the dead airtime. We have Annex and myself. Hopefully I am covering up less of the airtime than Annex because I'm the one that's meant to talk when Annex can't.
And with that, we conclude the knife round. Walling Wizards will be taking side selection, which should be CT side, because this is nuke. I don't really see how anybody would want to start T side.
And sure enough, the Walling Wizards choose to remain on CT going into the round pick. Now it's just a quick set of restarts, and then we'll be going into that first round. We're most likely going to see T's buying up. It looks like they're going with 3 sets of armor and split utility, while the CTs are choosing to go, looks like mostly on a save setup here. Big Z is only buying a flash. No, he's buying a full kit of util going into this round here.
Feels like there's a missing flash somewhere in there.
Yeah, it looked like Protobones dropped a bit of utilities over.
Nonetheless, we got the double dualies trying to come in, got a flash down. Protobones gained that blind kill onto Brock on top of it, but full return from the CTs. Cat and Blitz sitting up there in heaven, and should pick down quite a few. Hardrosity now left in the clutch. Already taking down the first. 2 more to find here. Got armor, 84 bits of health. Getting tagged down a little bit of smoke to play with, but there's a gap. Tries to cross, safety finds him. And that'll be the first round up for Walling Wizards. Great hold there from Cat. Managed to pick off 3, 1 with the nade, 2 with the pistol.
Yeah, fortunately for the Ribeye Rippers, they did manage to get 3 and the bomb down, so they can afford to go into this with a force buy. They're going to have a bit of an advantage just because the T-sided weaponry is a little bit cheaper. They are going to be able to force their way into this, either going for a fast play, either ramp or outside here, where most likely the Walling Wizards are going to be a little bit weaker on this second round because they don't quite have a full setup yet.
It looks like it's going to be a full inside play here. 4 Mac 10s, 1 AK. A little bit of utility to try and help things out. Cad jumping right across there, trying to extinguish the Molly, but didn't get fully out. Trying to come hitting back through hell. Hydrosity managed to find 2 of them. Blitz and hookshot. Now safety goes down as the rotate player fell down from ramp into the site. Two CTs left. And Protobones is here to hold the rotate. Managed to find Brock. They're trying to slip down the vents. Cat now left 1v4 down to 1v3. Already his position known, trying to slip around, trying to play around those timings. Find somebody off guard. But slowly, but surely, just getting taken out of this. Just gonna opt to save, not any chance back into it. No info on any of the T's. Yeah, just saving over here, over in secret. Could get taken out here by Z. And actually, yeah! Z managed to jump on top of Marshmallow and find him as he tries to lurk out there, and that's going to be a full reset now for the Walling Wizards. Not able to convert. And with only $1,400 left, there's not much for them to do.
Yeah, and the fact that they won that first round means that they have no loss bonus either, so they're practically forced to go onto a force buy here and throw out this round, just try and stall out the Ripper's economy and take it in for a save on the next round. That's going to end up being most likely 3-1 for the Ribeye Rippers off of this.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an inside play here. Z and Cad going to be the ones to answer, and Cad tucked in side of Squeaky. Managed to find 2, and the backup's already arrived. 2 fall, but that's still enough to keep their economy chugging through to the next round.
Yeah, those two pickups are very key here because that prevents them from carrying over and having two people above 6K. Instead, they're going to have most likely just a Varel above 6K, which means the Rip-Eye Rippers aren't quite going to be able to comfortably carry in an op after the save round, depending on the damage that the Walling Wizards can pick up. But and the Walling Wizards are going to be forced to probably make another inside style play. They're going to be devoting a lot of people onto A site and hoping for a bait setup here.
Yep, got a great crossfire going on there in the rafters. Forced off a little bit with that Molotov, but that does not fully clear out Ferrari. Wait, is that Ferrari? I keep on forgetting which car is that.
I believe it's Mustang?
Yeah, Mustang. Man, we have a lot of car call-outs, but they don't actually have to do with anything with cars.
Yeah, I feel like that's the, we gotta give the Americans some call out, even though
I don't
makes
even think
zero
Ferrari has to do with American. I think that's like an Asian player that got referred to it, or no, that could be Asia. I don't know. We have some really weird history with some of these call-outs.
Asia, Second Vents, Mustang, and whatever it was called other than Mustang.
Yeah, but Rib-Eye Rippers just taking this round very slowly, trying to sniff out the stack. 40 seconds left, just gonna be going for an explosive end play here, and they might have already sniffed it out, getting tagged down a little bit here from the A site. And they're just slowly working their way up into heaven as well as into ramp. Yep, these ramp players are going in through hell, so they might be slightly running to the stack, but it's a good angle to try and get things through. Protobone's taking down Blitz over in heaven, taking down a second one, and a third. All these rafters players falling down. Protobone's with a fourth. Could be going on for the ace. If they can track down Safety, who's going to be exiting up from the B site. That's lone B site player. Trying to work their way up to try and find whatever they can. Long range P2000. That'll
I
be
think
a
it's gonna
nice
be
little kill
huge.
there. Hydrosity, don't steal this. I was gonna say some profanities.
It's okay.
I was gonna say a profanity.
Protobones already died. Protobones was dead.
Oh,
Hydrosity couldn't steal it. I don't know exactly how, but Protobones took some fall damage, it looks like, and ended up exiting the round a bit early there. Now we're on to the first mutual buy of the game on round 5. Hookshot's going with the AUG, most likely setting up as their outside player, but that's going to be dueling against Protobones with the AUG.
Yep. Maybe that death with a blessing in disguise, giving them a reset to get something new. Trying to find a pick through Squeaky, but instantly smoked off. Looking to combat up a little bit here on the inside. A lot of smokes
Hookshot's
here.
using the smoke one way outside as well.
Oh, yeah. Looking over on top of Marshmallow, not seeing anything. As it fades, going to be dropping off as that cover disappears. So it looks like Rib-Eye Rippers slowly working their way outside to get some kind of control out here. But Walling Wizards already conceded most of this area.
They've conceded, but they haven't quite left it entirely. They're just waiting and going off of an info setup rather than a contesting setup, which will work very well depending on the noise that Hydrosity makes here from red while the rest of Rip-Eye Rippers sets up inside.
Looks like it's going to be a fast inside take. Not really anybody to set up any kind of nades from T-Roof. Hydrosity trying to work a lurk on the outside here. Maybe his cat might have spotted it or heard it. A little bit of contact going in ramp. They're really bringing down the time here. 25 seconds. This is going to be explosive here. Brock here playing game from Asia. And Blitz mentioned find that lurk outside. Hydrosity down. Protobone's caught looking the wrong way as Hookshot just slowly slides out there from Mini. But somehow Rib-Eye Rippers have worked their way into the round. But do they have enough time to even plant?
They
I don't think they do.
barely do. Oh, and that's just
no,
not
they might
enough.
not.
Didn't quite get it. Oh, wait. Yeah,
Nope.
not quite. Last moments in the round. But Bigsy is going to be able to carry through that AK for the next round and the bomb plant money.
That nade
So
almost
they're-
killed.
Protobones, however, did die right after round. We can see that his economy is devastated from that. That's going to force Barrel to drop a gun over, and luckily because they had those first 2 rounds after the pistol, they still have an economy for it, but this round's going to be tight for them here. So they're forced to carry 1 SMG, while Walling Wizards are also forced onto it, though. More so to end up carrying out Cat with the Nog and the rest of their buy to the full extent.
Going a little bit too far in front of these nades. Actually, no, not even a single cross smoke to speak of to try and get over to red, and that's just a free kill over for Hookshot. And no outside control to speak of, despite that smoke wall going down. So that's a lot of utility out of the bag for Ribeye Rippers with no kind of control to gain off of it.
Yeah, they devoted 3 smokes for going from red to secret, and unfortunately forgot to pick up the 1 smoke to get 2 red on the process. Oh, but Protobone's
a little
almost
bit of
picked up
timing
a
there.
onto Blitz.
But it looks like Brock there will be picking up Protobones as a trade there coming in from Squeaky. So with 3 players left for the Ribeye Rippers, they do have a foothold over here in Squeaky. Or not in Squeaky, Secret.
Yeah, but safety's already down here as well, so as soon as that door opens, its power goes away really fast.
Looks like they're trying to slide up here back into A. With a chance here. But Brock still stuck in lobby. Managed to find both these players trying to slide in there. And just Hadrasi left as the lone look towards Secret. Does manage to find safety, but it's just a small consolation prize off of a lost round. Just gonna be playing for a save here. Bomb firmly in the grasp of the Walling Wizards.
Yeah, unfortunately for Hydrosity, that lurk play just didn't end up working out because the Rippers weren't able to win out map control beforehand.
And that's just gonna be our reset economy now for the Ribeye Rippers. Walling Wizards to take the lead, as long as nothing crazy happens.
Yeah, the Rippers do have a decent loss going, so they can afford to go for a bit of a partial around that AK. And then next round they will be able to pick up a buy again, but it's still going to be very rough considering Hydrosity is only at $700 and really needs to carry an eco into the next round if they want to have a buy off of that.
Trying to get a fast pick on the inside, and Hydrosity, the only rifle, already picked off. It's in a recoverable position though, but Blitz already working very aggressive position into the hut. Managed to catch Protobones off guard and just slip all the way back.
And now it looks like the Rippers are going to be forced into waiting on some safety, who is ready for it, but that Deagle shot's going to force safety off. And that's also going to give the Rippers more options as well, since they've pushed out one angle just a little bit. That gives them some room to play with.
Slowing down the round to see if they can catch any kind of overaggression here from the Walling Wizards, and Brock sliding out to try and catch some kind of info into Seawiki. They're all going to be ready for it, and Z with recovered rifle. And you bring down Cat. Back down to a 3-on-3, but only 40 seconds remaining. And these T's are a little bit split here. Bomb here in the outside. Can they find anything?
Blitz is the
A
one that
site's
can
got
catch now,
2.
but he's also caught in
There's
the
a lobby
island
push.
as well from Barrel from behind. That's going to pick up another kill. That's going to be on to Hookshot and safety to recover this round.
Hasn't heard this rifle yet. Silence M4. The bomb. Bomb just went on its lonesome down to the B site. Gonna get it down. That's a lot of good economy, even if they don't win this round. Now Z has a little bit of time to work with and try to reposition. Going to opt for on the backside of Silo here, or Marshmallow, whatever you want to call it, on these rafters. Hearing one player in the back hall, that should give him information on both. That door opened way too fast. Managed to find one, and as well as the second.
Clean spray transfer and manages to retrieve the op in the next round. That's huge because the Walling Wizards don't have a loss bonus going into it, and now their eco is also going pretty rough. They're going to most likely be forced into going onto a buy to try and win back the economy quickly. Looks like they're opting to go for a save and using the next round. Even though they don't have a loss bonus, just to pick up, they do have quite a bit stored up to go for that strategy as well.
We also have a 5 nade buy here. Nade stack into the outside, but it just catches in between these players. Cat managed to get ahead of it. And now, a lot of damage here, but only 2 kills to speak of. Still just trading kind of evenly, but it looks like, well, the Whereby Rippers have managed to get the advantage.
Still hidden here outside, and they're not entirely... Oh, they do end up checking out all the way. They almost left that alone, and that could spell disaster. Safety managed to catch out Protobones there.
But it was just a light buy. Walling Wizards now going to be having another buy. Managing to afford the op onto hookshot, no utility. It's going to be a little bit light in utility overall for the CT side. But the timing on that nade stack outside just barely, just threading in between these players. A little bit too late to catch off Cad, which was the point man, but also a little bit too late to catch the main group as after they threw that outside utility. And Hydrosity trying to shoulder peek it, but peeks a little bit too far into hookshot. And that's another opening for Walling Wizards. And Safety playing the... slowly sliding through this area right here, and gonna be seeing Varel as the solo outside player, just gonna be clearing out the rest and managing, just toying with them. And the Shawshank.
Oh no, Varel.
Z trying to get a little bit of vengeance here, but I don't think he's gonna manage to do it. Nade a little bit too far. And he's gonna slide on out of there with the help of a flash. Protobones jumping a little bit too far with the op. Just gonna leave Z out here to try and save here, but there's a minute left. Can't really save too hard when Walling Wizards already have lobby.
This point's most likely best for you just to die in this round and maybe go for a kill, just that you do get some loss bonus going into the next one.
Gonna be minimum loss bonus though.
Yeah, it looks like Ribeyes are going to be going back into this with a force off of their economy. They did have some saved up, but it is going to be a bit tough to go with pistols and 2 AKs against double op setups on Nuke.
Having both these ops kind of solo here, and Hookshot already missing the first shot here, gonna give them a lot of ramp control here. That Glock, combat op miss.
Going down. That's going to be huge for the Rippers because now it's a 4-4.
But very fast rotate here. Oh, the butt sticking out. Almost got the kill there from Safety, but Hydrosity also managed to take one. Cad with another. 2-on-4 now. These ecos have been deadly. Now both these players stuck over here at ramp trying to do some kind of retake here. But Hydrosity, nice little angle there to catch Cad off and blitz.
Blitz is gonna just be forced to save the op here.
Yep, thinking better of it. Just trying to slip out of there. But they're gonna be hearing this. They may try to hunt very aggressively now.
I think where this round fell apart for the Wizards is Hookshot in backing up, tried to throw a molly on ramp to retreat, but swapped back to the op right as it left, and that ended up canceling the molly. So didn't get the molly to cut them off, and was caught with their gun not fully drawn either.
I think he was trying to greed the molly, actually. Not actually a misclick. Trying to hold it for as long as he could, not thinking it was too many players into ramp, but it was the full swarm. And paying for it. Did get one for his troubles, but you can't just get one there. You need to get multiple. Oh, that is a juicy nade. And sliding out here with SMG. Did they spot him?
I don't think they did.
Gets one, and manages to slip out, actually.
Yeah, Blitz is there to cover, so even if they did try and go for the punish, they would only get caught out themselves, but they do still have access to Secret, but they don't have Bomb.
They left bomb all the way in T-spawn, and these squishy members now gonna be free firing for these SMGs. Really juicy targets.
They're not allowed to even try to capitalize. They have to go back, and Blitz is waiting for them. Depending on where Protobones goes from here, this could be terrible. Manages to pick up one.
Cat
then
with
Cat
another
picks
stepping
up
out
the
from
other.
Mini. And Blitz with a repeak. Now finding Barrel. No one's managed to really string along any rounds together.
Yeah, this has been tight back and forth. Almost manages to pick up that kill off the headshot. Picks it up with the HE though afterwards. Puts it to a
Directly on them.
1-on-4. Oh, and did not have the crosshair ready for the repeak from red.
They're managing to force back into this. They have enough a healthy economy on 3 players to be able to buy back into this. They're probably going to be putting Z over on a pistol.
Yeah, and so far
Actually
through
calling
this
attack
match-
here.
Yeah, I do think this is a smart use of a tactical timeout.
Can we
Just
take a
try
look
and
at
grab a little bit of an off strat?
Can we take a look at the round history here, because I don't think anybody's managed to string all. Yeah, no one's really managed to string along too many rounds. You got the longest streak being 3. And these past 3 rounds have just been pure trades. So just trying to work their way, figure out how they want to play this round, the Ribeye Rippers. A little bit of a split economy, but I do think you gotta buy into this. You're doing already well for a T-side on Nuke. So just try and continue momentum, try to build up as many rounds as you can. Keep the pressure on. And they are going to be buying into it, to Z downgraded to just a Deagle, but with how these ecos have been going, like, you don't need an AK to win the round.
Yeah, a Deagle being able to catch someone off guard is all you really need, and Hookshot's trying to do just that with this op here.
Really, really aggressive here. Are they going to pay for it? Could be caught looking the wrong way. But Blitz is there actually as a support. The op does go down, but that is not... You still work out a man advantage here. With a very aggressive lobby setup.
Does end up going 4-on-3 for the Walling Wizards off of their aggressive hold towards it, and they win all of this map, pushing the Rippers all the way back out of the lobby.
HG going a little bit deep. Safety 1 for 1. And they're leaving the bomb outside again. Need to go and retrieve that. 2 of those shots go wide. Yeah, they're having to slow down the play because they left the bomb there. And Hydrosity trying to cross back, paying for it.
Cat could be caught out on a timing here by Varel.
Oh, Varel, very long range, not noticing fast enough, and Cat up, not gonna be missing that first shot. So tied up again. Cat gonna be buying here, but there's nothing to support really, except for a little bit of money on Protobones if they do want to try and get something out of this round. Looks like it's gonna be the Hero AK, actually.
Looks like they are just going down to 2K to carry this save through the next round right now.
Probably gonna be trying to play for a bomb plan, if anything. And it's gonna be a fast ramp again here, but this time Hookshot has support. Op shot, unscoping first. And just gonna be a little bit of a mosh pit here. 2 fall there, but a fast rotate there from Blitz.
He managed to take out 2, but the op is recovered after round still. Is useful to manage to clear out 2 of the rifles from the Walling Wizards still. Keeps the economy at least a little bit in check and gets them back to a buy round here without letting the deficit go too far. It's now only 6-7 for them on their T half.
But they're going to be glass cannoning now, and they didn't manage to get a bomb plant there, and that's going to really hurt their utility situation again. Barely enough smokes to try and cover an outside smoke wall. And Protobones already going down to a well-placed nade. That glass cannon coming to pay.
Big Z's just making some checks outside. Oh, and Blitz catching out Varel as well.
And Hydrosity, really aggressive play into lobby there. And now, just gonna be Cat and Big Z left. And not even a chance. Brock also getting aggressive into the lobby there from Squeaky this time, catching out both of them.
That was a really clean swap between Safety and Brock there, where one was caught out, both of the T's were swinging for them and just backing away while your teammate slowly swings in for a lurk kill off of it. It's risky, but it pulled off really cleanly to secure the end of the round there.
Now downgrade to here onto mediocre weapons, no AK to speak of. 2 scouts, a Galil and Mac 10s, trying to take outside once more, but are you gonna be able to get anything off this? They've been putting a player into secret for the Walling Wizards. Well, that is a nice shot to start it off, but they're gonna be running into a little grinder here. Safety. They'll only to get one. The speed of these SMGs, maybe catching the timing. But we're back to a 3-on-3. Z a little bit behind the pack, and gonna be the struggler that gets picked. They are gonna manage to get a bomb plant off of it. Hookshot trying to throw a nade there into the far back. Varel sliding out to catch him with the pants down, and Brock, the only one left. Gotta go for this last round here. 1-on-3. Sees one. Gonna be falling back there for Varel. Nade going a little bit deep. But headshot angle here. Really tough to try and make it clean. Gonna be losing half the health for that one. I'm just trying to work as much as I can in this, but just all these T's dancing around the site.
3 T's sitting on the opposite side of the silo, and you just have to guess on the time when they peak. That was a really tough situation for Brock to try and clutch it out. And a really good outside take by the Rippers to secure the 7th round on their T half and hold this as an even half on Nuke T side. If they can carry that momentum through, that's going to be very hard for the Walling Wizards to recover from. Even though they do have the round advantage, they still managed to get a little bit behind just because of how CT-sided Nuke is.
On the pistol round, looks like there's gonna be a little bit of an inside setup here for the Walling Wizards.
Oh,
Probone's getting very aggressive there, giving Blitz a taste of his own medicine. Quick slide in there. Only need one of those 2 guns to be able to finish him off. And now the inside take is on as Protobones just shoots his own teammate in the head, but guess what? That's just a little bit of luck to be able to shoot the T's in the head now. But now caught off trying to reload there. Really long reload animation there for the dualies. And now, Cat left in a 1-on-1. Gets the first 2. But Z slipping out from lobby. It looks like they pushed in through the ramp. Managed to barely win it out.
Slow lobby flank by going around through ramp, managed to pick up one on the duel and then clean out the end there. And Protobones got the early pick, and off of that flash still managed to pick up one, even though they ended up dinking their teammate. That brought it to 8-on-8, and that also brought out a tactical timeout by, looks like, the Walling Wizards most likely in this situation. Since they're the ones delaying their buy, they're trying to figure out if they want to force this. Even though they didn't get a bomb plant down, they still managed to get down to a 1-on-1 at the end. So it's probably going to be a tough decision for them to go for, but looks like they're going to be saving down just 2K going into this. Most likely from their nade usage, I'm betting they're going to try and blow through Squeaky and just run down vents.
Yep, keeping it light, trying to just get a little bit of extra economy going into the 3rd. And Bomb's gonna actually get down there, but Hydrosity with a fast chase. And managed to get the bomb down over there in decon. Now just safety and Blitz left. Blitz managed to find one, but instantly traded.
Hydrosity's aware of the possibility, and that's going to clean it out. Varel is the only one going down to Blitz in the round.
A lot of extra economy there with those SMGs.
Off of that save round, though, now it's actually going to be the Wizards who have the stronger economy compared to the Rippers, where CAD and Big Z are still sitting on lighter utility here, with Big Z juggling the Scout and the MP9 forward towards outside.
Hydrosity managed to just barely slink under the sightline of Blitz, and just getting dinked down there, but not finished. I guess we have a guest star today. You're hearing the voice of Shade, the, do you want to give context to this one, Firehawk?
Yeah, I'll give some context. So I play and cast in the same room as Shade, who is my sibling, who plays for OS this season. So when he gives callouts that are slightly louder during his games, we get to, on stream, gain the privilege of hearing what's happening in the OS contender matches.
As we're listening to that, we're going to be seeing Wong Wizards try to slink back up here into the top site. But just getting shut down by these CTs. Bomb left, Cat on 2 HP. Not that it matters, just clean headshot there from an AK through the squeaky hole. And Red by Ripper is going to be putting up 10 and resetting Wong Wizards. No bomb plant, no extra economy. You barely have enough to try and get a little bit of utility here to try and do a fast play anywhere. Upgrade pistols, a little bit of utility. Where's the secret here?
Looks like they're throwing a little bit of outside smokes. Are they trying to go for a really fast play outside off of a bit of delay? Oh, and
That is a juicy
nade's
nade.
going to mark them up. They are all the way up red. Hydrosity picks up 2 on the spray with another 2 from Proto. Blitz manages to pick up the refrag on to Hydrosity, but there's still Proto outside.
Blitz left alone, managed to find 1 AK. Could have gotten the headshot on Z, but wasn't able to flick there fast enough, and Z managed to reset the fight. Picks him off, makes only 1 casualty for the Red by Rippers, as we go into another buy round here from the Wallen Wizards.
The Red by Rippers, both halves, managed to turn the pistol round into a swing of a few rounds in their advantage. First half, they managed to get 3-1 off of actually losing the pistol. This half, they managed to go from 7-8 to 11-8, all off of momentum they carried on the pistol. So that's going to be something to watch out for the rest of the season, is how well they carry those early rounds of the half into getting really an advantage into the rest of the game. Bixie's going for an XM, but I'm going to want to see what he decides to do with that, considering there was 8K in the bank. That's a conscious choice.
Probably going to be doing some kind of play inside here, or maybe just letting him solo there.
Bixie's actually running, at least right now, towards outside. No, never mind. That's heading into block offense.
Shots already rang off. And Protobone's going 1 for 1 there as Blitz slinks out there. Z getting 1 with the shotty. Can you get a second? Varel's already there to support. And that's the bomb already out there, no man's land. So Wallen Wizards now having to commit to be able to take this round. getting a little bit too aggressive there, trying to get anything extra with that shotgun. But not just gonna be giving over his life. Hydrosity with a could have been a great angle there onto hookshot, but just slowly falling back at the wrong time. We're gonna be retaking the angle. But how do you come back in this round? Safety actually here might have a timing in here at the ramp. I think Veryl's aware.
Beryl is aware, but is checking other possibilities, so that timing is open for being contested at the right moment. But
Should have
hookshot's
heard
in
that. You had to have heard that one. You had to hear that pin get pulled.
Safety selecting to go for a bit of a safer attempt,
Oh,
but instead gets caught by Veril on the timing, and that leaves hookshot all alone and about to be picked up by Hydrosity here, most likely.
caught looking the wrong way. You heard that step, but could not react fast enough.
What have been the timings between hookshot and Hydrosity this round, actually? Hookshot has peeked the angle 3 times, and Hydrosity has glanced away from it and backed away from the op 3 times.
Well, that's just good luck on Hookshot's part, because they're going to be able to save the op now. But where do you force now here for the Walling Wizards? They've been essentially shut down on every single take here. I think except for ramp now. I think ramp's your only other option here to try and penetrate, because all the you've tried outside, you've tried inside.
They have to,
You have
at
to go.
least
You
put
have to
an
go for
attempt
another deep.
towards ramp to see what there is there at this point.
But this is if they even try to go to ramp, this is a great setup here with the boost. But it looks like it's actually going to be a slow inside play here as they try to get through the utility. Portabones here in the back sight. Taking down 2, as well as a 3rd. Does manage to take it down to even. Viral slinks out from heaven. Good getting a 2-piece there. Cleaning up the rest of the T's.
Yeah, unfortunately that attempt to get an off timing on the push through just didn't pan out. Protobones and Big Z able to work together to sandwich together, to picking up 3 on their own, and then the rotates in on the Rippers were able to clean it up. Just an unfortunate attempt at going on a timing play for the Wizards.
And now what do you do here? You're about to be put on 14. And you have no economy to speak of. You gotta concede this, but you also have to try and figure out where is the answer. You've tried inside a bunch, got shut down there. Your utility flushed out nobody because they were playing different positions, and you didn't manage to clear it properly. You have to try. You've already tried outside here, but the smoke walls have failed.
At this point, the Rippers are aware of the risks towards ramp, and they're starting to stack it too, even at this point. So, depending on the round, the Wizards just have to find a weakness at this point against some place that's a little bit weaker.
Looks like they are starting to group up here for trophy to try and get something here on the ramp and push your Viral Swatty Cat crossing. And it takes on who's it, Viral and Cad to try and answer. They haven't cleared out Cad fully, and they're gonna pay for it just going into the blender. Those flashes catch out nobody.
Yeah, Varel was
safety.
playing anti-flash, and Cad just had cover to duck mine, though does go down to 1 HP, but that could be unrealized depending on if safety is able to pick up that duel or not after getting the pick onto the rifle.
You just try to do whatever damage you can at this point, because saving over isn't the play here.
Yeah, unfortunately, the damage you can at this point is almost meaningless because the Rippers only are going to need 2 more rounds after this, and Barrel's sitting at 12k. So there's just so little economic damage left to do in the game that you have to make an impact on the rounds.
Well, you gotta think long-term a little bit here. Any kill you get right now can help you later down the road. And you really do have to think long-term for the Walling Wizards. having to grab 8 rounds to be able to win things out, 7 to get a tie. Can only concede 2 more, or actually just 1 more. 2, they lose it. 1, they have to bring things to tie. Managed to get 1 more, but that's all you're gonna really hope to get.
The amount of time left opting for the save is the right option, but now you have the duel. Oh, nope. Round timer ends before the swing can happen for a moment. Now 14-8 for the Rippers. They have the economic advantage, but the Wizards can afford to force out a proper buy here against them.
What do you do here? You really... I don't see any kind of options the Wallen Wizards have shown is gonna work. Whereby Rippers have shut them off on every single corner of the map.
A bit of a delayed outside take could be powerful here, or a proper force on ramp, because they've only used it as their save strat. But it looks like they're going for a faster outside take. They
Alright,
are making it into secret properly.
But Bomb got held. And Protobones managed to find Blitz there. And Hookshot could be the next victim here as Z just slides his way slowly closer.
But
Oh,
Hookshot
but
catches it out first.
showed his full body there in that crack. And Brock just aiming a little bit too high there. And Cat just gonna be running into that nade. That is just salt in the wound. 3 of these players left. What more can you find? Hydrosity, nice flick on the safety there. Safety with had a nice off angle there to try and catch Hydrosity, but a little bit too fast on the flick there.
That's Brock and Cat caught in secret. They have no way out at this point. But they have to do something or it's going to end up being 8-15 and no eco for them on the last round match point.
And it's a nice little one-way here on top of the smoke. Hydrosity. Are they lining up for him? They just lined up.
Were. That's going to be 4 for Hydrosity on the round. Down to seal match point for the Rippers.
You got no bomb plane. Have they even gone a bomb plane all half?
I don't think they have. I think they've been shut out almost the entire match at this point.
What options do you really have left?
As far as options, your options are to force, and because you have low util, you have to stall a little bit because the flat rush time is going to be killed by utility. Wait that out, wait about 10 seconds more, and then go for a fast play, or you can try and outrush the utility. But the slow stalling plays have been picked off by the Rippers, so they just have to go through and get past it somehow. Oh, a meaty bit of utility on that one.
Protobones finding Brock as he tries to slink out there. Cad finding another. 3 left to find. 2 left. Z with a great angle there, trying to finish off with the shotgun, but not going to happen. Varel now slinking out over the rafters, but it's not going to be... Actually, he was the one to find it. And that's going to be a 16-8 score finish in favor of the Ribeye Rippers. Just absolutely dominating their CT half. Not dropping a single round. And I think that will do us in for the night. Is that... Wait, are we bringing anybody in, or are we just wrapping there?
I'm still here. I just had DMs about a concern unrelated to the match at hand.
Well,
the
I
important
think
part
that's.
of having
I think
good
we're
sense
just putting a
elsewhere.
bow on it for tonight then. So thank you all for tuning in for tonight's game between the Walling Wizards and the Ribeye Rippers. Tune back in with us next Thursday because Tuesday's a bye day. Go enjoy your life with any of your special ones. Because if you don't, they're probably going to kill you.